Welcome back to the studio. My name is Jett and today I'm going to interview Miss Beth Ronilo, a math teacher here at Oak Mountain High School. Ms. Ronilo, could you please tell us a little about yourself?
So I grew up in Birmingham. Well, I moved here in 4th grade after moving around a bunch of places when I was little, and went to Inverness Elementary School and Chelsea High School because there wasn't an Oak Mountain, and so we got on a bus and rode over to Chelsea, and it was a great experience, and I love Birmingham. Went to Mississippi State University, but knew that this is where I wanted to live. And my husband is a physical therapist. We moved to the beach for a couple of years. We lived in St. Simon's Island, Georgia, but as soon as we wanted to start a family, we knew we wanted to be back here where our family lived. And so we've lived in this area ever since. I taught at Thompson for 18 years, but was so excited to get the opportunity to teach here at Oak Mountain in my community, and I've just had so much fun running into students outside of school and coming to sporting events, and this has just been a great change for me.
So how do you think teaching at Thompson compared to teaching here?
It's a little bit different. It's kids are kids. That's what I've learned. I've taught in schools with all kind of demographics and diversity, but kids are kids no matter where you go, and they all kind of have the same needs. And I like teaching here because I don't have the 30-minute there and the 30-minute back commute. I'm 10 minutes from home. If I need to get, last night I had to go home to do something, but I needed to get work done here. And so after I did what I needed to do at home, I was able to run back here real quick and do what I needed to finish up. And so it's just really nice being close to home. And again, just seeing my students outside of school. And if I wanted to go to a sporting event at Thompson, you'd have to either stay at school and wait till it happened or come home and drive back the 30 minutes. And here, I feel like I can come to things and see my students perform.
Gotcha. So what all grades have you taught?
I have taught, well, just high school, but I've taught everything. I've only taught geometry. It's a long story. I've only taught geometry through February of the year. I did not get fired from teaching geometry, but I got to stop doing that and teach algebra. But I've taught every level of student from freshman to senior, like algebra A to calculus BC. So I've taught them all.
So what made you want to get into teaching math?
I struggled as a math student. I always told my students, like in Algebra 1, my teacher, it was first period in the morning and the lights were dim and she had us in alphabetical order, and so I sat in the back and I had no idea what was happening at any point during the school year. And I finally got a tutor, and geometry was rough. That's a whole thing. And then in Algebra 2, it kind of clicked for me and I understood what was happening and decided that I wanted to help other students figure out what was happening. So I come from a place where math was kind of a struggle at the beginning, but then I figured out ways to do it that made sense to me.
Gotcha. And you ended up going to college at where exactly?
I went to Mississippi State. I wanted to go there because I thought for a minute about engineering, but then I've always wanted to be a teacher. And I chose Mississippi State because even it had a strong math department because of the engineering. So I knew I wanted to go somewhere that supported the math as well as the education.
So if you got a chance to let's say redo and go into a different career path or maybe a different subject as a teacher, what subject do you think you would?
In college, I wanted to double major in math and Spanish, and this is hard for everyone to believe. My teacher told me I did not need to do that because my Southern accent was too much and that I would not be a very good Spanish teacher because of my accent. And so I left that dream behind. I trusted her. She wasn't being mean. She did not come at it from a place of hatred. She was just like, that's not going to turn out well. So I would have loved to have taught Spanish or history. I love history, and that would have been fun to teach either one of those.
Gotcha. What do you think your favorite memory was during college?
Oh my goodness. I was thinking about this the other day. I just got back from Durham watching Duke beat Clemson, and the students rushed the field. And the first time that ever happened, I was in college, my sophomore year at Mississippi State. Mississippi State had not beaten Alabama in football since 1980, and it was 1996. And we beat them for the first time, and the students, we all rushed the field and tore down the goalpost, and it was just that was something I will always remember was that game. And my husband went to Alabama, and 3 of the 4 years, Mississippi State played Alabama when we were in college. Mississippi State won. We haven't done it since. But football games were super, super fun.
Gotcha. Do you think that would happen again if Mississippi won against Alabama?
Oh, 100%. Both goalposts would come straight down.
I remember you telling me that in your class last year that you got stung by a man of war.
Yes. So when I was 12 years old, I was swimming in Ponte Vedra, Florida, which is right south of Jacksonville. And it was Labor Day weekend. And apparently don't go swimming in Jacksonville Labor Day weekend, because while I was in the emergency room, there were 20 other people that came in. And I got stung I still have a scar on my arm. I got stung by a Portuguese man of war. And my parents obviously panicked because it wasn't a jelly. It was not. We've been stung by jellyfish. It was not a jellyfish. It was something crazier than a jellyfish. So they took me to the fire station, and the paramedics were like, so we're going to call an ambulance. And my mom said, like, is that necessary? Can we just drive her to the hospital? And he said, it is. You can drive her. Let me tell you what to do if she stops breathing. And my mom's like, put her in an ambulance. Let's go. So luckily I never stopped breathing, but that was the most pain I think I've ever been in my entire life.
Man. And you have 2 sons, correct?
Yes. I have Jack. He's a freshman at Duke. And I have Tate, and he is a freshman here, and he's in the band.
Gotcha. And how excited are you for this recent Duke victory?
Oh my goodness, that is the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. I kept telling my husband, and we were sitting with other football parents, like, we all, until the 4th quarter, were thinking, like, this could go south at any minute. Like, Clemson's going to figure it out and come back. And then, but I was like, until then, we were having the best time. And it just never happened. And it was just fun. Like, it was so much fun. And just, Duke is always an underdog in football. And just to see, also the student section, we've been to 2 games at Duke, and the student section was like maybe half full. They were all, every student that went to Duke was in that stadium. And it was just so much fun to see that community so excited about that game.
Do you think you're going to go to one of their games in person?
Oh, I was there.
Oh, you were there?
I was there. Oh, yeah. I rushed the field. I went down the stairs. I didn't jump the fence. But okay. Yeah.
So I think that is all the time we have for today. Okay. It's been great talking to you.
Yeah.
Please follow us at our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Oak MTN Media. And please follow our YouTube channel, also at Oak MTN Media. That is all for today.